Hey everyone, ready to dive into prepping for this university department head interview?
Let's do it.
With RoleCatcher's resources, we are going to help you get ready to absolutely crush it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. This role is really cool
It is.
because it's not just like, oh, are you a brilliant academic? It's like you've got to have leadership, strategic thinking.
It's that entrepreneurial spirit, too.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's just dive right in.
Sounds good. So, thinking about this role, it really is this fascinating kind of blend of all these different things. You're not just like the expert in your field, right?
Right.
You're also this leader, someone who's setting the course for an entire department. You're managing resources. You're managing faculty.
Yeah, all those people.
Exactly. And then you have to navigate this complex world of university politics.
Oh, I bet that's a whole other beast.
Can be.
Okay, so picture this. You're in the interview, and they hit you with this. Can you describe your experience managing a department or team?
Oh, I've heard that one before.
Right. Sounds simple enough, right?
It does, but it's really designed to assess more than just your experience.
Oh, I see.
They want to see your leadership style, how you approach challenges, and what kind of impact you've had.
Okay, so it's not just like rattling off your resume.
No, not at all. Think about specific situations where you really had to lead, where you had to make some tough decisions, maybe even resolve conflicts.
Show them you can handle the heat.
Exactly.
So choose examples from RoleCatcher's Career Guide. Things about critical thinking and communication.
All of that, yeah. And those core management skills. It's about showing them you've got what it takes.
And what about follow-up questions? They might ask something like, what was the biggest obstacle you faced as a leader? Or, how would you describe your management style?
Oh, definitely. Being ready for those follow-ups shows you've really thought about your experiences.
You're not just winging it.
Right. And it lets you articulate your approach to leadership in a clear way.
Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. RoleCatcher's AI can actually analyze your answers and suggest improvements.
Yeah. It's like having a personal interview coach in your pocket.
That's amazing.
I know. It can help you refine your language, give you stronger examples, and even tailor your responses to the specific job description.
Okay, ready for the next one. How do you prioritize competing demands and allocate resources within your department?
That's a good one.
This one seems like all about strategy, being resourceful.
Totally. The interviewer really wants to see how you think under pressure. How you balance those priorities and make tough decisions when resources are limited.
Right, because that's a reality.
Oh, absolutely.
So walk them through your process. How do you assess what's urgent?
Right. And what factors do you consider when making those decisions?
I guess maybe give a specific example, like a time you had to make a hard choice about allocating resources.
And don't just focus on the what, right?
Yeah, tell them the why.
Exactly. What was your reasoning behind those choices? What were the potential trade-offs?
So you're not just following some checklist.
Right. You're thinking critically and strategically.
Got it. All right, next up. How do you stay up to date with changes and developments in your field?
Oh, a classic.
This feels like showing your passion, your commitment to continuous learning.
Yeah, it's your chance to highlight your proactive approach to professional development.
Do you attend conferences, read journals?
Engage in online communities, anything like that.
Share those examples that show you're eager to learn and stay ahead of the curve.
Exactly.
And, don't be afraid to geek out a little.
I love that.
If there's a recent development or some research finding that gets you excited, tell them.
Enthusiasm is contagious.
Right. So much better than someone who's just done.
For sure. The interviewer wants to see that you're not just keeping up, but you're actively contributing to your field.
Okay, time for a scenario-based question.
Yeah.
Can you give an example of a time when you had to resolve a conflict within your department or team?
Oh, everyone loves a good conflict resolution question.
Right. This one's all about those skills, how you handle things.
For sure. You want to pick a situation that highlights your ability to navigate interpersonal challenges effectively.
Okay, so describe the conflict, the steps you took to resolve it, and what happened in the end.
Exactly.
And it's not just about, finding a solution, right?
Nope. It's about how you approach the whole situation.
So, did you facilitate open communication, actively listen to everyone's perspective,
It all matters. The process is just as important as the result.
and then highlighting the lessons learned? That shows you're self-aware, willing to grow.
Absolutely. It shows you're always learning.
All right, let's talk numbers. Can you discuss your experience with budgeting and financial management?
Time to showcase those financial skills.
Right. They want to see what you've got.
This question is all about assessing your financial know-how and your ability to manage resources responsibly.
So be specific about your roles and responsibilities in previous budgeting experiences.
Yeah, did you develop budgets, manage expenses, analyze those financial reports?
Show them you know what you're doing.
Exactly. Give them details that showcase your competence in financial management.
And remember, numbers speak louder than words. Did you implement cost-saving measures? Secure funding for a new initiative? Quantify those achievements to show the impact you made.
Good point. And be prepared for follow-up questions, too.
Oh, right. Like what?
The interviewer might want to understand your decision-making process, so be ready to explain the logic behind your financial choices.
Makes sense. Okay, let's shift gears to talent management. Imagine they ask, can you describe your approach to recruiting and retaining top talent in your department?
Building a strong team is crucial for any department head.
Absolutely. So this is your chance to showcase your ability to attract, develop, and keep those high-performing individuals.
Exactly. Highlight your strategies for creating a positive and supportive work environment where talent can truly thrive.
Okay, so think about initiatives you've implemented. Do you prioritize mentorship, professional development opportunities, creating a culture of collaboration?
It's all about showcasing your approach.
Yeah, share specific examples and the positive outcomes they've achieved.
And don't forget to connect those strategies back to the department's overall goals.
Right.
The interviewer wants to see that you're not just filling positions, you're building a team that contributes to the department's long-term success.
Now, let's get a little introspective. Can you discuss a time when you had to make a difficult decision that had implications for your department or organization?
Ooh, this is a big one.
Right. This one's about your judgment, your ability to make those tough calls when necessary.
Absolutely. So choose an example that really highlights your decision-making process and your willingness to take responsibility for the outcomes.
Okay, so describe the situation, the options you considered, the factors you weighed, and the final decision.
Right.
And be sure to explain the rationale behind your decision.
Yeah. What were your guiding principles? What were the potential consequences you considered? This shows you're not just making arbitrary choices.
You're carefully weighing the options.
Exactly. You're making informed decisions.
Got it. And don't shy away from discussing the challenges or even the potential downsides of your decision.
Oh, good point. That shows you're realistic, that you're willing to acknowledge the complexities of leadership.
Now let's talk strategy. Can you discuss your approach to strategic planning and goal setting for your department? This one's all about your ability to think big picture, set a clear vision for the future.
It's about thinking ahead.
Right. So walk the interviewer through your process. How do you assess the department's current state? Identify opportunities for growth and improvement. Develop strategies to achieve those goals.
Be specific. Provide concrete examples.
And remember, a department doesn't exist in a vacuum. Connect your strategic vision to the university's overall mission and goals.
Right. This shows you understand the bigger picture and how your department's priorities align with the institution's.
The interviewer wants to see that you're not just focused on your own little world. You're thinking about how your work contributes to the university's overall success.
It's all connected.
All right, last question for this section. Can you discuss your experience managing change within your department or organization? Change is a constant in academia, so showing you can handle it effectively is key.
This is your chance to highlight your adaptability, your ability to lead through transitions, and your skills in engaging others in the change process.
So choose an example that showcases a time you successfully navigated a significant change.
And don't just focus on the outcome.
Right. Describe the challenges you faced, the strategies you employed, and the lessons you learned along the way.
Exactly. The interviewer wants to see that you understand the human element of change.
So how do you communicate with your team? Address concerns. Build buy-in for the new direction.
Those are crucial skills for any leader, especially in a university setting.
Woo! That was a lot of questions. Hopefully you're feeling a little more confident about tackling them.
Thorough preparation is key, but luckily you have RoleCatcher's amazing resources and AI tools to help you practice, refine your answers, and boost your confidence.
Speaking of which, let's dive deeper into how RoleCatcher's AI can be your secret weapon in this interview process. It's not just about general advice. Their AI tools provide personalized insights and feedback tailored to this specific job role.
Stay with us as we unlock those secrets. Let's unpack how RoleCatcher's AI can really up your interview game. It's not just about generic advice, it's like tailored just for you.
It's like a personal stylist, but for your interview skills.
Right.
I like that. Remember how we talked about identifying those skill gaps in your CV?
Yeah.
RoleCatcher's AI can actually analyze the job description and pinpoint any areas where you might need to, like, beef up your experience
Yeah.
or highlight transferable skills.
Yeah, it's super helpful for addressing those potential weaknesses head on.
Look, what do you mean?
So imagine the job description really emphasizes grant writing, but you haven't had a ton of direct experience.
Oh.
The AI can actually help you frame related experiences. So maybe you've secured funding through other avenues. The AI can help you kind of present that in a way that highlights your ability to secure resources for research.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's like spinning it in a positive light.
Exactly.
And let's talk about mock interviews.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want to practice their answers and get feedback from an AI that's analyzed like thousands of successful interviews?
Right. It's like having a behind-the-scenes look at what works and what doesn't.
Totally.
And then the AI can point out if your answers are too vague, or if you're not providing enough specific examples, or if there are areas where you can strengthen your delivery.
Well, that's good. Okay. But back to those real deal interview questions.
Yeah.
Let's say they ask, can you describe your leadership style? How do you even approach that?
So I would think about specific situations where your leadership qualities are really shown through.
Okay.
Did you guide a team through a really challenging project?
Yeah.
Did you mentor a junior faculty member? Did you resolve a conflict that could, derailed progress?
Well.
Choose an example that lets you really showcase those core leadership traits.
And remember, RoleCatcher's insight about communication.
Yes, communication is key.
This is a great chance to show off those skills.
For sure.
Talk about how you foster open dialogue, listen to different perspectives,
Yeah.
and how you build consensus within your team.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to acknowledge those areas where you're still growing as a leader.
Oh, that's good.
So maybe you're working on becoming a more active listener.
Right.
Or delegating tasks more effectively. Showing self-awareness and a commitment to continuous improvement is always a plus.
Yeah, I like that. All right, next question. What are your thoughts on the role of technology in higher education, specifically within your field? This feels like it's about demonstrating your vision, understanding of current trends.
Oh, this is where you can really showcase your passion and expertise.
Oh yeah, I like this one.
Talk about those technological advancements that excite you and how you envision them shaping the future of your field.
So like, do you see opportunities for online learning, virtual labs, or data-driven research?
Exactly. Be specific and connect your vision to the university's mission.
And don't forget to mention how you've actually incorporated technology into your own teaching or research.
Right. Have you experimented with new tools or platforms? Developed innovative teaching methods? Sharing those concrete examples really adds credibility to your vision.
So you're not all talk.
Right, you're walking the walk.
The interviewer wants to see that you're forward-thinking and ready to lead the department into the future of education.
Exactly. Okay, this next one can be a bit tricky. How would you handle a situation where a faculty member is consistently underperforming?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
It is. It's about showing your ability to address difficult situations with fairness and professionalism.
Yeah, you don't want to come off as like a tyrant.
No, definitely not. So it's crucial to approach this with sensitivity and a focus on solutions.
Okay, how would you do that?
So start by outlining the steps you take to assess the situation. Would you gather feedback from students and colleagues, meet with the faculty member to discuss concerns, and offer support?
Remember, RoleCatcher emphasizes clear communication and documentation.
Oh, absolutely. Explain how you would document those performance issues and make sure you're following all university procedures.
And it's important to highlight your commitment to faculty development too, right?
Yes. Would you explore mentorship opportunities or professional development resources to help the faculty member improve? It's about showing that supportive and constructive approach.
Now, let's shift gears to student engagement. Imagine they ask, how would you foster a sense of community and belonging within your department? This is about showing you understand student needs and that you're committed to creating an inclusive environment.
So think about initiatives that promote interaction and collaboration.
Like what?
Would you create opportunities for student-faculty mentorship, establish student-led clubs or organizations, Organize social events to bring everyone together.
I like that.
Share specific ideas that show your commitment to fostering that sense of community.
And remember, diversity and inclusion are super important for a thriving academic community.
Absolutely.
Talk about how you'd ensure that all students feel welcome and respected and supported no matter their background or identity.
Right. This could include initiatives to support underrepresented students, creating a welcoming environment for international students, promoting accessibility for students with disabilities.
Yeah, it's about creating a space where everyone feels valued and has the opportunity to succeed.
Exactly. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Budget cuts.
Ugh, nobody likes those.
I know, but it's a reality.
How would you handle this question? If faced with a significant budget shortfall, how would you prioritize funding within your department?
This is where your strategic planning and decision-making skills really come into play.
So where do you even start?
Start by acknowledging the challenge and emphasizing your commitment to making responsible and transparent decisions.
Okay, and then?
Then you explain the process you'd use to assess needs and prioritize that funding. Would you involve faculty in the decision-making process? Would you consider the long-term impact of various cuts?
And remember those avoid tips from RoleCatcher.
Yes.
Don't just offer vague statements like, I would prioritize essential programs. Get specific.
Exactly. Would you focus on maintaining core research facilities, protecting student scholarships? Explain your reasoning.
Transparency is key, especially when it comes to money.
Oh, absolutely. Outline how you would communicate budget decisions to faculty and staff. Make sure they understand the rationale and feel heard throughout the whole process.
That makes sense. All right, one more question before we move on.
Yeah.
How would you approach building relationships with other departments and stakeholders within the university?
Oh, this is a good one.
This is all about collaboration and understanding that a university is interconnected.
It is. So think about specific initiatives that foster interdisciplinary collaboration.
So, like, would you explore joint research projects? Develop cross-departmental courses?
Yeah, or maybe organize events that bring together faculty and students from different areas of the university.
I like that.
It's about showing you're a team player and you see the value of working together towards those shared goals.
A department head isn't just responsible for their own little bubble.
Right. They need to connect, build relationships, and find those opportunities for collaboration that benefit the whole university.
So we've covered a lot of ground, but we still have one more crucial element to explore. How RoleCatcher's AI can help you actually refine your answers and practice like a pro.
Hold on, there's no need to wait. We can jump right into that now. Let's talk about how those AI tools can take your interview prep to the next level.
Perfect. I'm excited. I want to hear more about how this AI can analyze my responses and, like, give me suggestions for improvement. Is it really that smart?
It might sound futuristic, but it's here. It's ready to help you ace this interview. Let's dive in.
So how does this AI analyze my responses and give me, like, suggestions? Is it really that smart?
It might sound futuristic, but it's here, and it's ready to help you ace this interview. Remember how we talked about RoleCatcher's AI being able to, pinpoint those skill gaps in your CV?
Yeah.
Well, it can do the same thing for your interview answers.
So it's like it's reading between the lines and figuring out if I'm actually, hitting the mark.
Exactly. Let's say you're answering that question about handling a difficult faculty member.
Yeah, that one was tough.
The AI might pick up that you're focusing too much on the disciplinary process
Oh.
and not enough on offering support and development. And it'll nudge you to, showcase a more well-rounded approach.
That's really helpful. It's like having a second set of eyes, or in this case, a super smart algorithm,
Right.
reviewing my answers and, like, offering constructive criticism.
And the best part is it's specific to the job you're applying for.
Oh, okay.
So the AI analyzes that job description, it identifies the keywords, the essential skills, and it makes sure your answers are aligned with those requirements.
So it's not just, like, giving me generic feedback.
Nope.
It's tailoring its advice to this particular department head position.
Precisely. It's like having a custom-made interview prep plan designed to help you shine in this specific role.
Okay, that's seriously impressive. I have to admit, though, I'm still a little nervous about, the actual delivery.
Delivery.
Yeah, like the awkward pauses, the nervous fidgeting, all the ums and the ahs.
I hear you, but guess what? RoleCatcher's AI has you covered there, too.
Really?
They have this incredible video practice feature.
Oh, wow.
It analyzes your body language, your tone of voice, even your eye contact.
Wait, it can tell if I'm making eye contact with the camera.
Yes. It's like having a virtual interview coach giving you real-time feedback on your delivery.
That's wild.
And it can pick up on those subtle cues too, like a wavering voice or a tense posture, those things you might not even notice yourself.
Oh, so it's not just what I'm saying, it's how I'm saying it.
Exactly. Nonverbal communication plays a huge role in how you come across in an interview.
Yeah, that's true.
And this AI helps you make sure you're projecting confidence, enthusiasm, and authenticity.
Okay, I am officially blown away by this AI. It's like having a whole team of interview experts in my corner,
Right.
helping me prepare from every angle.
And remember, all of this is available for free when you sign up for a RoleCatcher account.
Wow.
It's an incredible resource that can really level up your interview game.
So what are you waiting for? Head over to RoleCatcher, explore their career guides, dive into those interview questions, and let their AI be your secret weapon.
We've given you the roadmap. Now it's time to take the wheel and drive towards success.
And remember, the most important thing is to be yourself, showcase your passion, and let those unique skills and experiences shine through. Best of luck out there.
You got this.